Go to the work files and open the project 6H. There are only 2 audio transitions available in Final Cut Pro, and there are 2 variations on the same thing, a crossfade. Crossfades soften cuts between 2 audio clips by overlapping the fade out of the first with the fade in of the second, and when you don't feel like keyframing, they can also be used to fade in from silence and to fade out. In the browser, go to the folder Sounds and double-click the sound sequence to open it in the timeline. We have 2 contrasting audio clips that line up for a rather jarring cut. This may be the effect you're after if you want to make the viewer more aware of the edit. If not, it's a good candidate for a crossfade. You can apply a crossfade in several ways. Click on the edit point to select it. Go to Effects, Audio Transitions, and select either Crossfade 0 dB or Crossfade plus 3 dB. The Crossfade plus 3 keeps the levels more constant over the course of the fade, not allowing the cumulative volume to dip in the middle as it can with a 0 dB crossfade. Because the plus 3 crossfade is Final Cut's default audio transition, it's available in the submenu and in the effects menu itself. You can also apply it with the default audio transition shortcut, Command-Option-T, or simply right-click the edit point and select Add Transition Crossfade plus 3 dB. Back it up and play it back. A much easier bridge between the two. You can change the duration of a crossfade by dragging on either side, or by double-clicking on it and entering a value in the duration field and hitting Return twice. You can also access the duration window by control-clicking on the crossfade, which gives you a contextual menu with options to change the crossfade type or the alignment of the crossfade. Center on cut is the default, but you can shift it to the left or right of the edit if there was something on either side you wanted to hear in the clear before or after the transition. The next pair of clips are virtually the same. But let's see what happens when we select the edit point and hit Command-Option-T to apply the default transition. It doesn't look good. Let's open the clips in the viewer to see what's going on. The out point of the first clip is the media end, and the in point of the second clip is the media start. These clips have no handles, that is, no additional media to overlap so a transition can be applied. This is essential in applying a transition to audio and video. The handle length for each clip must be at least half as long as the transition duration. If you have a 1-second crossfade centered on the cut, both clips must have at least 12 additional frames in a 24 frames per second sequence or 15 frames in a 30 frames per second sequence. Click on the Sequence 1 tab and hit Function right arrow to go to the end of the sequence. I added a fade out to the end of the video and left the music running to leave space for a title graphic or copyright information. We'll cover video transitions and effects in a later lesson, but let's use the default audio transition to apply a simple fade out to the audio. Just control-click the out point of the music track and select Add Transition Crossfade 3 dB. Now double-click on it, and in the duration window, enter 4 period for 4 seconds 0 frames. Hit Return twice, click back, and play.